Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this Tower Love reading. Now, I posted additional reading in the New Earth Community Facebook group. The link's in the description box, so check that out. I'm going to try to focus on something different, see if it's what the cards, it's not even the cards, it's what they tell me to pull out. So if it's the same energy and you're from the Facebook and you're watching this, I apologize. I'm just getting what I'm getting, right? Also, I did attend the Julian Hassan carnival on Saturday. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I missed it, but I was going to say I didn't know, but I kind of didn't focus on when they was talking about it. But Vivienne Westwood's son was a guest speaker at the event as well, because we had the carnival, then there was a hall which they had guest speakers, politicians and other people. And why I'm saying that is that what you lot do that are listening and think that you're spiritual, and I say think because that's what you do, you think you're spiritual, but you have an inner calling, and why you're not with your person is because you're here to do more. You're here to do far more. And Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation, and all that is for soulmates. You don't feel connection like it's a soulmate. You feel it's a different connection. Different means alien. So you're here. I've just got to make this perfectly clear. Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation, and all that kind of stuff is fuck all. I'm pausing. Fuck all to do with humanitarian and activist work. Fuck all. It's completely different, and that's what you're here to do, right? I've put up some pictures of me that's gone out there. That's why all these spiritual people that say all this stuff about take off your sandals and walk on the grass and breathe in the fresh air, that is not activists of humanitarian work. Not at all. And that's why they are not in relationships. That's why twin flames are not in relationships, because activists and humanitarians actively do things to change planet Earth. Tarot readings, counseling and stuff does not connect with changing this planet, right? Yes, a counseling session, you might, right? But most counselors don't even have counseling on themselves, right? Which is, how can you teach what you must be the student first. You must be the student first to be a master teacher, right? So this is about understanding who you are and moving forward. Now, I'm already getting kind of the similar energy that I was with the Facebook group. And if I do get the same message, it just means that you need to hear it over and over. There's something that's a rooted belief system that's been blown up that you are seeing. And it's something that's connected, could be with mental health. And I'm feeling it could be, with mental health as well. With you're seeing that it's either a rooted belief system that your family will not accept you, will not accept your person. Like I said, they're mentally stuck in a situation of not seeing that. Or it could be a mental health issue that's come into awareness with your family or with your person's family. I feel it's happening to both of you. Both of you. There's something that you're waking up to that is going to keep is going to keep you stuck. So this is teaching you it's about course correction, changing something, because you're recognizing, if, for example, say you got a test from your kid, I don't think it is, but it could be that your son or your daughter's got mental health. Then you have to change things. Okay, I have to get new food. I have to change maybe schooling. This is this. Finding something out that you need to change. Doesn't mean fucking off your family. It's like diverting. It's like seeing, there's something that you're going to see clearly. And you could have already, or it's going to be happening. And I feel if you haven't, it's happening this week. So let's see what the cards say about this. Let's see if the storyline is same, similar, whatever. Let's see. Check out the Facebook and see. Everyone in this community actively does things to change people on planet Earth. As above, so below, right? And that's what this is, your channel to do so. There's a wake-up call. Emperor, Six of Swords, Judgment call. A judgment card. It's like as if you're not going to fight. It's about fighting to move things forward. And that's waking you up to be into your masculine, which is a judgment call. If not, if you don't fight for it, it's going to fail. And that's what the problem is. You're not fighting for what you want. I keep saying it's not exactly that. But when I met, I can't say when I first met him, and I don't want to say that in a negative way. Hi, David, because he watches. But when I first met him, I can't say I knew he was the one I was supposed to be with. And that's why I didn't want to say it like that. But I knew there was some fucking weird connection, something happening there. I knew that he was pretty much, after I left him, I knew he was going to be in my life for a very long time, if not forever. It wasn't like, yeah, he's very attractive and I fancied him in that, but it wasn't like, wow, the Hollywood bullshit movies, he's the one for me. It wasn't like that, but it was more of a deep, spiritual, and I weren't spiritual at all, and you probably watching me and thinking, yeah, you still fucking ain't. Yeah, I ain't really spiritual, right? I'm not really out there with crystals, sage and all that kind of, don't do none of that, and that is the intention why they picked me, because you don't have to. You don't have to. You can swear. You can be out there blatant and speak like me and be a master teacher. Who says you have to sit there and you don't have to do that, right? Why am I talking about David, as I always like to talk about David, right? Is to do with, I didn't feel that like you're the one for me, but I definitely felt a kind of a connection or something, right? When I met him. And then within pretty much, I can't remember, a week or two, I don't even know, right? I was like, that's my person. I'm going to get his ass. That's my person. I didn't care who said he with her, she with him, he got kids. I didn't give a shit. He had a ring. Right? I was like, David's supposed to be with me, right? Then what I done, this is the Aries, the first card, fight, right? I jumped into the unknown of not knowing what he was doing, who he connected with through a third party ring. I didn't care. It was unknown to me, and because I went in and I was fighting for the connection, right? This was, so when I went in, which I was not spiritual, but I was getting downloads and it was weird. It was in my face. It was in my face what to do. So I was like, okay, I'll do work on my abuse. That was the first thing I got the download, to work on my abuse. So hence I had counselling sessions. The next download, after I worked on my abuse months later, create a channel and do tarot cards. Never even done tarot reading, I had tarot reading because my sister was, never had a channel. Well, I did have a channel, but it weren't to do with tarot. It was to do with advertising and marketing. I never even picked up tarot cards in my life. Then child messages, go to a charity shop and you'll find some cards. Went charity shop, found my cards. Why am I telling you this? It was all part of the fight to get David. I knew whatever they was telling me was connected with David somehow, right? And it was because Aries is connected to the Fool's card of jumping into the unknown. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? Me creating doing tarot, which I never done tarot in my life. My sister tarot reader for 10 years, but she just tarot. That's her thing. I was like, yeah, whatever's. Not me. I was doing computer repairs. I never bought crystals, nothing like that, nothing. And then all of a sudden, go and do all my abuse, which happened when I was 9 years old. I was like, okay, I'll do it now, right? But I knew it was connected to him, But, you know, when you have sex with your person, generally it's quite amazing. So I was like, I don't know why I'm going, because it's not like the abuse is affecting my sex life, but I still went. That's what I'm trying to say. I still went, right? And like I said, do a YouTube channel on tarot, which I've never done before. I didn't even have cards. They had to tell me where to go and get them. I was like, where do I get these things? And then when I got started tarot, it weren't these cards. It weren't, you know, with the pretty faces. They were just a plain playing cards, you know, jacks, spades. I remember saying to my sister, you're supposed to do tarot, because she was a tarot, just like, fuck off, it ain't me. It's like, I keep getting this weird, I didn't know even call it downloads. She's like, it's not me, I'm not doing a channel, right? So I got these, and then I said, well, I think I've got these cards. I'm going to do tarot with these cards. She said, don't be stupid. No one does tarot with those cards. I still done it. That's what I'm saying with this first card. I still done it. And the reason why I started with those cards, because if I started with the other card, these are my cards, so I can't include these. I created all these cards. The other set of cards, I would have followed the PDF of their definition. So with those clubs and spades, which I had no idea, do you know what? I just connected upstairs. I was like, and I still don't know all the definitions of the cards, and I'm, you know, I can say that. So I was like, okay, what does this mean? And then they was telling me a story. Why I'm telling you that, it's I'm guided to tell you that, is because unless you fight for it, and I had everything I was doing, I knew it was connected with David somehow, and about nailing his ass, because I was like, yeah, I'm going to fucking get that guy. I was fighting to get him, right? You lot don't even fight for your person, let alone connect with, because of Aries is a Fool's card, the unknown. You're like nuns, all day long nuns. Well, I know that I must get my person, and then he must move in, and then we must get married, and then we must have kids, then we must have a little fluffy dog, and then we must have a boy first and maybe 2 girls, right, in that order, and then he must see my friends, and then he must see my family, and then he must get into mission with me like the other people so we can be popular and I can show off and do a pout like that on YouTube, right? And this is my twin flame, and talk like that. Then you could, that's what this is. That's why it failed. And this is you here. You're just sat there. You're not moving forward. Six of Swords. Because you're not connecting with the planets, the science of why you're here. The science is E square, Albert Einstein, energy, quantum physics, laws of the planet, why you're here. This is the divine connection, the judgment card. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up and get into your masculine, right? And start fighting for what you're here to do. Like I said, I go to Julian Hassan. I'm helping the biggest food bank I have in my area. A lot of people there, and they're well corrupted. So I'm doing in the background. The people that attend this food bank don't know I'm doing it. I'm doing it for them, right? And for me, because it's, you know, I can go and get some free veg. But I'm doing it, you know, obviously I never went there before. I was guided to go there. You don't follow any of it. You're so 3D. You're so 3D of, well, I'm a twin flame. I'm supposed to be doing some kind of spiritual connection. Oh, let me think. Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation. The soulmate. Soulmate. This is like grabbing your balls, right? With the 2 masculines here, right? The Aries, the first card, and see the masculines. They're waking you up to get into your masculine. That's what they're doing. You're sat there. Oh, what my person? Look at you holding the cup. I just want my person, Sophia. But you're just stuck then. Yep, there it is. Queen of Pentacles. Focused on the physical. Sat in an outdated, this is you, gravestone. See the gravestone? Dead and buried, right? That's what Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation, retreats, and dead and buried things that do nothing for no one. Nothing. Even those that go to do this ayahuasca and go, you know, to the Amazon jungles and all this kind of thing and do these, I don't know what it is, drugs and that. And yeah, that might be good, but they're still delusional of like, you go all the way far and connect with, I can't pronounce what they are, you know, people of the forest, let's just say, people who live out in the jungle and out in the bush, right? And they're used to connecting with the planets and Mother Earth. And then you're going to go and it's amazing there. And then you come back to the 3D world. You're delusional. You need to go and live there or change your world within. So it's outside. So all they do is go and do that and say, yeah, it was amazing. It's really good doing these drugs and going there. That's like you lot when you go to your retreats. And when you do counseling and stuff like that and Reiki and that, you must work on yourself first. This is you. Look, I do hard work, Sophia. 7 of Pentacles and her Pentacles there. I do hard work, Sophia. And I'm like, so where's... This is both the divine judgment call is waking you up to 6 of Cups, your past life connection. That's fuck all to do with your past life connection. What you're doing is a job. If you've got a soulmate who does it, and you'll know, ask them about the twin flame connection. Talk to that person or someone in your company. If you're by yourself, you might know other, like say you're doing Reiki, you might know other people who do Reiki. Are they all twin flames? Fuck and no. So you're not on your path. 6 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Strength. Once again, you're so defensive to this. You're so defensive to it. It's easy. It's easy to tell if you're on track, right? Because you will be having in your awareness about your twin flame, about you getting with your twin flame. Things will be moving forward. If nothing's moving forward, you're not on track. You're not. You're not. You need to be focusing more on yourself. All the programs that I offer and we offer in this community and the counseling is all about you. And why it's all about you? Because it's about your inner world. And it's not just about that. We're going to some other people and then, you know, you remove the negative of sexual abuse and stuff. It's also to do with knowing the laws of the planet. And your mission. 6 of Cups. What is your mission? Yeah, this is coming out and doing stuff that's unknown. If you're not doing anything, you're doing knowns. Like I said, the house, the car, the picket fence, knowns. Right? You don't need to know what's going on with your person. I don't know when I'm seeing my person. I don't know when I'm going to see David next. Well, it's half term, so he's seen the kids. So I don't really interfere with that. Leave him, let him get on with that. So there's no stress, worried about me in the back of his mind. Let him just enjoy his time with his kids, right? And then I'm like, okay, work it out. This is like, so there's no knowns with your situation until like when you're together and properly in union. And there's no knowns with mission. I had no idea was going to help this food bank, corrupted food bank charity that is taking the piss out of the public that need them. I had no idea was going to do that. I had no idea was going to do mission. I had no idea was going to do programs. It's all unknowns, right? And that's part of the 6. This is you staying in your cave of, twin flames. All in the comments talk about doing Reiki. I'm going to do Reiki. I've done certificate number 1, twin flame ain't here. You know what I'll do? I'll do certificate number 2 then. Go and look, they've got certificate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 and they're still not with their twin flame. Oh, maybe it ain't Reiki then, Sophia. You know what? I'm going to go and do some yoga. How's that working? What's it to do with the moon then? This is to do with shadow work, yes. Not being seen, yep. Emotions. The person's not emotionally opening up. Could be a part of that as well. What's with the double moons? Could be to do with the mother, your upbringing, your mother. Something to do with your person connection with a mother as well. Why is it double moon? It's supposed to be the sun and the moon. I'm just saying because it's to me, two moons. So I'm asking them why. It's like you're too, with the masculines, you're too much into your emotions because the moon is the emotions. You're too much into your emotions. There's too much emotion, right? So you need to balance it out by getting in your masculine. That's why there's too much. It's too much emotionally affected by what's going on. Emotionally, I can't let go of friends. I can't let go. That's emotions. There's too much emotionally involved and not bothered about the bigger picture here. And I said this in a Facebook group. I was on the parade and there was this drunken girl that came in. And I was to look after a certain batch of people. Plus there was this guy with a fucking massive flag, right? It wasn't a whatever it was, right? And I had to protect people from falling on him and falling on the flag. And I had stewards that done nothing. So anyway, with me. So I was controlling a lot of people. Then this drunk girl came in. Now, obviously, I don't know why she came in. It was divinely. And I read her and she was obviously insecure, drunk, out on London, and you know, showing off, drunk, part of the parade. But she was drunk. So I was pushing her off. My point is, even though she was still coming back and stuff like that, I couldn't take it personally. I had to move on. I had a bigger purpose. I was worried about she so drunk falling on the costume and then affecting the rest of the parade. I had to get the police, which was fucking a nightmare. What were they doing there anyway, right? And my point is, I couldn't take her personal, even though I could tell she had insecurities. What's she doing drunk? Out down in London doing nothing, being stupid and stuff like that, right? What was she doing? My point is I could read her, but I had to push that aside and focus on the bigger picture. And I said that in the Facebook group. This is about, I couldn't emotionally get involved in that smaller situation. I had to look at the bigger picture. This is with the two moons. Is you're too personally involved in the tiny elements of you and your person. You're not looking at the bigger picture with the two moons. The temperance, and yeah, you're not on your path. It's taking too slow, right? And you're getting pissed off with the temper, with the temperance, right? About the delay, but it's like you're not on your path to 11, right? You're not on your path. That's the delay. So there's no point getting pissed off. And like I said, there's something here about taking it personally with your person, but it's you. It's all to do with you. Temperance is, I like the temperance, that is because it's two souls in one body. It's a twin flame card, temperance, because it's slow as fuck, which temperance is about slow, but it's also about balance, and that's what this is about, because balance is the justice card, which is top of the tree of life. So this is connected with you manifesting from getting balanced. You're too much emotionally involved, right? You're not balanced correctly. Right? And 2 cups is 2 cups of love. You both love each other. You're one soul in one body with a temperance, but it's about yeah, it's too much emotions. That's the delay. Yeah, this is connected with, yeah, there's something which was the initial energy, which they pulled me back with this card here, the sun. The sun is all the pathways with the path card here, the path. All these pathways in the tree of life go to the heart center. But all those pathways to your heart center, there's something that's like I said, you're connected to friends and family. And I feel it's both of you. And it's a wake-up call to this. So you can start again, because the judgment call is to start a judgment call, then something new starts. Right? Say there's a troll and you're going to call the final judgment calls here, then you're like, oh, you've been either released and you're free from it, or you got to go to jail. And it's how you do it. Like, it's like if you're on path and doing things correctly, you'll be free. But you're not being free here. So it's a new judgment call of this time round, get onto your path correctly. Six of Cups, what your past life connection's about, right? Focus on the longevity of it, which I've done another reading about the longevity. See the two elderly people. But this is, with this Sun card, is there's plenty of other things that's going to pull on your heartstrings. Like, oh, my best friend Sarah Louise is telling me to fuck off my person, right? Or my boss at work is telling me I must work a day when my twin flame wants me to meet me on that day. But you know the boss at work can get someone else, but you need to man up and say to him, no, I don't want to do that day. There's always a connection. There's pathways to it's all pulling on your heart. And it's like, do what you want. And the heart is inside. It's not on the outside, is it? So go within. What does your heart desire? Like, I spat out my conversation about David. I followed my heart and I couldn't see how the fuck this, back then, what mission? Get a load of people? I never made, well, I did make programs, but, you know, not these kind of programs. And then I was giving them away for free to get a collection of people who were the serious then when I charged. And here we are, right? So I gave my programs away for people to make a their channels and sell them for free. And when I said, okay, I'm going to charge because I've made those programs, a load of people left. So they weren't the serious, and they are not with their twin flame. I don't need to even look. I can guarantee. Well, most people ain't with their twin flame. So this is about, you're having pulls of pathways, which is something's pulling on your heartstrings. There's where it is. And it's for you to be determined, look at her face, determined to move past these rooted belief systems that's pulling your heartstrings. Whatever that is. If you want to know, book an image reading. Love, forgiveness, compassion, healing. What's good for you? Like I said, I didn't give a shit if David, I didn't care. I remember when I started getting into him, I was like, this guy's way fit. He's totally for me. What I thought about what my dream person is, he's got to be married. That's what I thought. I thought he's got to be married. He just meets me and take off the ring. I was like, so what? Right? I'll test it. When can I meet you? If he meets me, he ain't happy. Brad Pitt could not be on the door. I can think of any Hollywood superstar, right? And say, meet me. I'm with David. You can't make me go there. So that means that marriage is to do with, it's like, what's good for you? I can't make David come away. He's more, you think I'm hardcore. Now, you lot don't know David, mate. He's hardcore. You can't tell him what to do. What's that about then? Something about speaking. A confession. There's a start here of your person, a confession. But once you take the reins and move forward, something about confession. Yeah, side note. It's small, but it's what's needed. It's like as if you start off by grabbing the balls, getting into your masculine, getting rid of these like ties that are on you, pulling on your heartstrings that's stopping you from focusing. If I listen to my sister, right, no disrespect to my sister, but she was like, oh, you can't do tarot. Tarot, I've been doing tarot for 10 years and you got to know about the cards, you know, fuck all. You can't just go up on YouTube and just do cards. You got to know about the cards and you can't use those cards. I didn't say fuck off cunty to her. I just done it, right? So it's not a disrespect to my sister. But I'm saying if I listened to her, I didn't listen to her. I listened to what they were saying to me. Do a YouTube, right? Do a YouTube. And I didn't even know the card. I had no idea. I had no idea. I was shocked. Within a minute, someone subscribed. And I was like, that's my sign that I know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing because it was a channeled message. I didn't know it was called channeled message. I emailed randomly. This is how I knew I was on track. She was called Hippie something. Hippie Tarot. And I done a reading, and because I didn't want to go to my sister because she was saying, no, you're not supposed to do it. So I emailed a random tarot reader, and I said, this is a reading about you. And because I knew no tarot readers send other tarot readers reading. They don't, right? So she came back and she said, it's spot on. And she said, no one's ever sent me a reading, blah, 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 and stuff like that. And she said, you must be clairvoyant. Something like that. She goes, because some word like that, I don't get into those words because you're not reading the cards. You're doing it from those cards. I said, oh, is that what I am? I had no fucking idea. You lot know. Reiki is known to be with twin flames and to do the inner child, and then I'll get my person. It's unknowns because it's inside connected with upstairs. That's what this is about. I choose you. It's fucking long. I choose you. The magnetism between us drives us insane, drives me insane, to both of you insane. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said to you. So there's an off. Like I said, you're taking it too personally. I've said shitty things to David. I tell you, I say shitty things to him, right? I give it a day, generally, right? Hey, how's you the next day? And he always comes back, right? He always does. And he's like, what happened to fuck off cunty? LOL. I was like, don't watch that when we're meeting. That's it. And he'll come back with, oh, I'm working a billion hours. I'm like, all right, when are we meeting? That's it, right? That's all you got to do. This is a choice you have to choose, right? You have to choose, like I said. I knew he was to do with me. That's it. And this is going to sound vain. I couldn't give two shits. I'm not an ugly duckling, am I? Right? So I know I could pick anyone else, but I knew he was for me. This isn't like, oh, I'm so ugly and I'm so lucky that David was into me, right? I was like, that's my match. That's why it's twin flame match, right? That's my match. That's what I knew. So I chose this connection, and part of choosing the connection, whatever came to me, which was part of the connection, which is unknown with the two moons, because the moons, you're in the dark, but you just follow the moonlight, don't you? You just follow the moonlight. There's the light of the moon, majority of the darkness. This is what this is. You're not, been saying this in my readings, you're not following your downloads. And until you do, such as mission people, I'm like, I get the downloads because I'm constantly working on myself. Constantly working. I check probably my inner child daily, right? If not every other day. I definitely checked her out yesterday. Always working on myself. Always working on myself. So I can give you the downloads until you get the light of what I have. It's not for you to come to me all the time. If you're coming to me all the time, it's because you're not doing the work. It's never for you to be reliant on anybody on this planet. Never that, right? Yes, I could probably have people in mission for 10 years, 20 years. And I hope I do because we're a pretty cool group up in here, right? But it is for them to have their own communities if they want to. I give them every opportunity. I give them everything that I do to be their own community. This isn't about me being the main person. I chose, but it's like you choose it on the 5D and then you have to choose it again on the 3D. You're not choosing it. So you're always going to have, that's that page of wands, which I was feeling, which is here. The magnetism. So you're going to have that push and pull towards your person until you understand it. Until you understand what you're here to do. And like I said, I wish I could take back the hurtful things that I said. That's an off. It's not really, I don't know if there's been an off. I'm feeling like you've got to transmute what they say. Like I said, David says shitty stuff to me. I say shitty stuff to him. You know, he's had a bad night. He's done 2 double shifts. Baby's mum in his ear. He's got 1 billion kids. What the fuck? You know, I just think of all the excuses and don't take it personally. You're taking something way too personally. You need to get more into your masculine here, right? You want to know how to do that? Book me, book someone in the community. Everything's in the description box. Speak to you later.